Hey, everybody. Good morning. Once again, Eric Nentrup with Keep Indiana Learning. It is the week of the event, and I'm super excited about that, as are, I would imagine, plenty of educators who've been looking forward to just a break and an infusion of new options, new information, new ideas as they all take a much needed breath this summer, but then head straight into planning for 22-23. And once again, we're talking to another one of our sponsors. School Specialty is back to share more than last week, and I'm super glad. If you missed them, last week, no worries. We're going to cover the same material that we hit upon last week. But Jennifer and Helen were super kind last week as to educate me as to the breadth of what School Specialties offers in both solutions and service. And I was super intrigued by the whole design aspect of it last week when they joined. But once again, if you're new, I'd like to introduce you to my friends, Jennifer and Helen. Jennifer and Helen, if you'll do us the kind honors once again of introducing yourselves and a little bit of your background so everybody knows the perspective that you bring to School Specialty.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jennifer McBride, and I am the strategic account rep for the state of Indiana. So I am here locally in Indiana and may have talked to some of you in the past, and hopefully we'll be able to speak with you in the future. I've been with School Specialty just under 5 years. And I was once a territory manager for Northern Indiana, but we restructured, and now I have the strategic accounts in the whole state of Indiana. So I appreciate you joining today, and hopefully you will learn some new things about School Specialty. Thank you.
And hello, I'm Helen Schleiss. I am the Director of Business Development for our contract partners. So I work closely with Jennifer and with CIESC in the state of Indiana on everything that School Specialty has to offer our educators there. And I have been with School Specialty for a little less than 17 years.
Very good. Well, something that didn't occur to me last week when we last spoke is that, Jennifer, with your title of strategic accounts, not presuming anything that end users or prospective school partners might know about that, but what it says to me, having been on the vendor side of the fence myself, is that School Specialty, one, has a large footprint in Indiana with a large user base of satisfied customers, but also that if they have access to you, Jennifer, they have access to some of the great ideas that they can borrow from when you guys have conjured up good design solutions that worked for some of your existing school partners. Is that accurate?
For the most part, yes. The reason why I am a strategic account rep is because we've divided the districts up. We have the level ones, which would be the 5,000 students or more. Level two is the 3,500 to the 4,999. So I have the level ones and level twos, but we also have a great support team for Indiana where we have inside people that will then handle the level threes and fours. And then we have also for level ones and twos, we have an inside SARM that can be reached. We also have, several category managers that can also help. So we have a great support system and lots of resources to call upon in any sort of need that you would have.
And can I just mention too?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, Eric. I didn't mean to cut you off there. I just wanted to also mention too that the information on all of our Indiana team is available in the School Specialty booth. So if you go there, there's a document you can download with all of the information on the support team and how to get in touch with each one of them.
Wonderful. And with the collective experience, you're 17 years, Helen, Jennifer, you're 5, not to mention your broader education experience than just your time at School Specialty, collective with your the rest of your team. There's a lot of expertise from School Specialty to draw on for school partners looking to find a new provider for a specific line item in their budget, or to imagine whole cloth changes to the learning experience in the schools, as so many have been doing. And we talked about that last week. It's been a rebuilding season for a lot of superintendents, curriculum directors, and of course, classroom teachers. And I know we're going to get into that, and I will close my mouth and bring your slides up here so that we can explain to those that may not be as familiar with the breadth of school specialties services and solutions, so that we know the brands that you represent and what it looks like to do an engagement with school specialty to update your schools and classrooms. So without further ado, I give you guys the floor.
Thank you so much. So school specialty, a lot of you may know the name school specialty, but we are actually a house of brands, really. We have many companies that you may be more familiar with, depending on what your area of expertise as an educator is. So a lot of you may know school specialty for our classroom supplies, pens, pencils, papers, that kind of thing. And we do that, and we do excel at that. But we also have some companies underneath that, and we're just showing a few of them here, so you can see kind of our depth and breadth of what we offer under school specialty. So habilitations, for those of you who work with special needs students, occupational therapists, physical therapists, that type of thing, we have the habilitations brand. Saks is a well-known brand for art educators. And that we run the gamut between elementary art all the way up to fine art in our high school, kilns, potter's wheels, all of those type of things as well, because we do offer furniture along with these. So just going back to special needs for just a second, we have a lot of equipment and furniture for your special needs kids. And right now, one of the big things, and we'll talk about this a little later, but social emotional growth, or those areas where something like a sensory room or a sensory space within your classroom, we can provide those through our habilitations brand. We also have science, so Frey Scientific for our science educators. And I do want to mention here, while we're talking about Frey is a supplies. So all of those things that you would need for your science rooms, your labs, those type of things. But in addition to that, we do have, and it's not listed on here, some curriculum that we also offer. So if you, as a science educator, are familiar with FOSS or Delta, those are also school specialty products that you can purchase through school specialty. And I know with the science adoption coming up, or science being looked at again for the coming year, we wanted to definitely make you aware that those are available through school specialty. Okay.
You raise a point there, Helen. Are we in referring to the typical Indiana textbook adoption cycle and when what subject area comes up? Is that what you're, it's a science year?
Okay. Yeah, we're getting well out of my expertise at this point, but I believe that science is coming up to be looked at again in 2023.
Got it. Yeah, likewise, outside of my expertise, but I know that those rhythms are super important for vendors representing certain brands according to the calendar, right?
Absolutely. Sport Time is our PE brand, so recess, gym classes, those type of things. And then School Smart is our classroom supplies. That is our proprietary brand. We do offer, of course, all of the well-known brands that you may need, Crayola, 3M, all of those other ones, but School Smart is our proprietary, and it's very budget friendly as well.
Good.
The next slide, I apologize. I keep forgetting I can do that.
You have all the control.
We also, so one of our areas where educators may not know us as well is more in our learning environments, and that encompasses a lot of things for us. Furniture in all areas of the school, cafeterias, media centers. I mentioned sensory rooms already, and just regular old classrooms, supplies, desks, chairs, that type of thing. We have our own brand, Classroom Select. Childcraft is a well-known early childhood. So if you're anywhere in pre-K up to grade 2, you may have heard of Childcraft. We manufacture our own furniture as well as a lot of our resources. And then the last thing I will mention here really quickly is our Projects by Design service. And this is something that you were talking about earlier, Eric. We offer, as part of our furniture offerings, what we call projects by design, and that is a no-cost design element to our furniture offerings. We have designers on staff that will do renders for your room. We have project managers that will see your project, whether it be just a small classroom or an entire school build or a school remodel, all of those, big to small or small to big. We have people that will, as well as Jennifer and her team, that will walk you through the process, and that is all free of charge. So wanted to mention that as well.
I think to me, that's one of the most exciting parts of it, is not just saving $1 on a particular item, but being able to pull together those things into a very thoughtful design that affects the learning environment or prioritizes learning outcomes when you put these pieces together. That's to me, that's the bee's knees right there.
We think so.
Yeah, as you should, as should every education leader. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I see the breadth that you've talked about. Once again, covering all bases, all content areas, all different levels, grade levels, as well as small to large districts. It seems to me that school specialty really does have a very valuable offering for school partners in Indiana, and we'll keep going. What else can you tell us about? Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, that is our differentiator, for educators in Indiana and across the country, is we have, because we're a company of brands, we have something that can fit with what you're looking for, regardless of what your focus in as an educator is. So I already talked about all of the different areas that we cover, and that's what makes us what differentiates us from our competitors. We also offer all of these through CIESC's contract with us. So again, a legal purchasing vehicle in order to purchase the products as well, which is very important to any business officials who may be on the line, is that we are part of a legal contract with CIESC.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I expect a lot of folks tomorrow to be within the CIESC membership, but beyond as well. And for them to, if you're not a part of the CIESC's membership, can you still buy through the CIESC?
Jennifer, I'm going to have to ask you that question. I believe the answer is yes, but I'm not 100%.
Okay, I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yes.
But if they're only working with, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, they can go ahead and if you're not you have to be a member of CISC in order to get the contract pricing. However, you can go through the CISC ordering portal, which is SpendBridge. But if you do not have that, you do not have a username and login, you can still order directly through school specialty. But as a member of CISC, you still get that contracted pricing. So you really have two avenues of purchasing, directly through SpendBridge or directly through us, but you still then do get the great discounts that contract provides you.
Okay, got it.
And I also want to mention real quick, we have all of these different categories, different brands that we offer. Another thing, kind of going off of what Helen had mentioned, our depth and breadth. But what's really, I think, unique, and at least I find unique, is the fact that we have category managers for each of these different categories. So our resources that we can call upon is extremely knowledgeable, and in some cases have many years experience in these different categories. So if it's something that I cannot answer as being the strategic account rep, I have many people I can go to get answers. So I think that's the second thing that would set us apart from other vendors, is that we do have extreme knowledgeable people that can help out whenever we need that.
That's superb. And obviously some of these brands are familiar to me, but knowing good and well that I was a high school teacher and a lot of these things are also for the younger grade levels. Is there anything else in the portfolio here in your slide deck that you want to share before we pivot to talking about what to expect the next couple of days at the conference?
No, that is it. That's
Super.
what we want to show there.
Okay, well, that is very clear cut, and folks that are familiar with these brands or are going into the market to, like I said, to update and make over their classrooms and schools, know where to come to, and that it's not just a warehouse. It's like getting somebody from IKEA to put the furniture together and put it where it belongs as well, which to me means time saved as well as dollars saved, stretching the budget, but also a select portfolio of fantastic brands to make sure that there is a high return on the investment, whether it's a piece of furniture or manipulatives, regardless of application within a school district, from early education all the way through safety that affects all students. So yeah, we've got a few minutes left. Let's tell everybody what to expect tomorrow. I know that you have a guest speaker in a couple sessions lined up. Can we preview that a little bit?
Absolutely. We have 2 sessions we're offering during the conference. The first one is on Wednesday at 9 a.m. And this is our speaker for both sessions is our National Education Strategist, Dr. Sue Ann Hyland. And she is going to be speaking about pandemic, endemic, and academic, reimagining innovative learning. And that is at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. And then, and that's one of the sessions as part of the conference. So look for her there in your agenda. And then the second session is in our booth on Wednesday at 12. And again, with Dr. Sue Ann Hyland, creating wellness spaces for social emotional learning. So I touched on this a little bit, and a really great topic, whether you have an entire room you can dedicate to this or just a corner inside your classroom. With everything that's been going on, this is such a hot topic right now. So we're excited to have her speak about those. And absolutely, please go to our booth. There's a lot of good information in there, and you can enter to win our giveaway, which is for a $100 gift certificate, good for school specialty products. So your next purchase, $100 worth of products for that.
That is a great incentive to the teachers who will definitely be attending. But I really like the idea that you have an education strategist, such as Dr. Hyland, coming to talk about these extremely timely topics and how it intersects with what school specialty solutions will offer school partners. So that's a very, very exciting thing to look forward to. I look forward to seeing you guys Wednesday morning. And once again, that's Wednesday at 9. And then again at Wednesday at noon for the lunch and learn and the opportunity to win some gift cards from school specialty. And we've got a couple minutes left. Do either of you want to share a quick final word, a story from the field, or some other things on the roadmap that folks can be looking forward to beyond next week?
I don't have anything. Jennifer, do you have any stories you want to share?
I can share a story that I shared last week. As you all know, that the College Football Playoff Foundation sponsored some media center makeovers last year in gearing up for the final game that was held in Indianapolis. And I believe there on our website, there are some videos and such of putting that all together. But it was an experience that, kind of brought school specialty to light and kind of showed our whole process of if you do need a class room makeover or a media center makeover or upgrades. It kind of showed this step by step, and I just found it very interesting going through this for my first time to see how we sit down with the customer, we look at their needs and what their wants are, and then collaborate back and forth together, and then end up getting the renderings and making sure that you just love your renderings through the design team. And Amanda Weirheim, who is our learning environment specialist for the state of Indiana. She's extremely knowledgeable and really pulls this stuff together. But I just thought it was a really good experience. So if you guys have the opportunity to go out to our website, we do have some videos out there around that. So it was extremely exciting. Shows the different makeovers that we had. Shows the different furniture, the way that it all comes together. So please go out next week after the conference and look at our website, because we do have an awful lot of good videos, not just from Indianapolis, but through the entire country.
Highly recommend everybody to do that if you are in the market for some of the things that School Specialty offers. Jennifer's story about what they did for the football tournament speaks to their capacity as an organization and their reputability as a brand to come up with design solutions with a really robust tool set for helping you envision what makes most sense for your schools and classrooms. And once again, those sessions tomorrow are Wednesday at 9 and Wednesday at noon during the virtually different conference. Thank you two so much once again for being a part of the webinar and promoting this event, but also for sponsoring the event so that more educators can learn about what you're doing. And we're excited to have you guys be a part of the team in this way, and looking forward to having a good event with you later this week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
All right, everyone. Thank you too for tuning in, and we'll be back later this afternoon with some more shows. But I'll just wrap it up by saying, check out School Specialty. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you soon.